What is good, Raider Nation? Is your boy Raider Alex back with yet another video for you guys. Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, let's jump right into the topic of this video. Today I wanted to talk about a quarterback prospect, Joe Milton III. Joe Milton is a very intriguing prospect based on his insane physical traits as a player. He stands at 6'5", 235 pounds. And in 2023, he threw for 2,800 passing yards, threw for 20 touchdown passes, and threw 5 interceptions. He started off his career in Michigan, and he wasn't able to solidify himself as a starter. And then he eventually transferred to Tennessee, where he sat behind Hendon Hooker last year. And now he had a full chance to start this season. He is a little older at 24 years of age, but he's definitely an interesting quarterback prospect that I wanted to get into today. And without further ado, let's jump right into the tape. Here he shows he can be a threat as a runner of the football, but what is crazy about this play is how he finishes it. Most quarterbacks here will just slide to avoid the contact, but here he puts his head down and runs over the Alabama defensive back for the first down. Now I like the fact that he's a physical player and that he can do this, but I definitely don't want my quarterback doing this on a consistent basis, or else you're going to get what Anthony Richardson did last season as a rookie, and that is consistently staying off the field due to injuries. But definitely an exciting play to see. Here he is able to complete this slant pattern pass, but the accuracy was a little off. He threw this to the wrong shoulder and behind his wide receiver, which made the catch more difficult. He's got to improve on these type of plays. Next play here, and you're going to see what makes Joe Milton so intriguing as a prospect, and that is his arm strength, the deep ball. This guy's able to throw this 45 yards with barely any effort, and the ball placement was very good here. He puts it in an area where only his guy could make the catch, and he hits the Alabama defense for a huge touchdown throw right here. Quarterback design run here, and this time he's able to get the first down, but now we see him being more cautious and gets to the ground, avoiding any real hit on the play, which is something I definitely like to see. Here inside the red zone, he is able to find the open man in the back of the end zone, but his wide receiver drops this pass. Now, to be fair, the pass could have been thrown a little bit better as well. It was slightly behind his man, but then again, when you're this open inside the red zone as a receiver, you got to make that catch. But a big missed opportunity here for this offense. Once again, shows the ability to put his head down and run it himself on this quarterback design run. He's definitely not shy of getting hit, especially when it comes to going for that first down. Here, Tennessee is going to drop back for the pass, and Alabama bring tight man-to-man coverage, and Joe Milton's guy at the bottom of the screen is going to gain a step on cornerback Terrion Arnold. He identifies this, but he also has the pocket breaking down and has 2 Alabama defenders inside the backfield, and he just barely gets his throw off while taking a hit, and he's able to hit his guy for a huge gain on this throw. Definitely not an easy pass to make, especially with that much pressure inside the backfield. He displays that arm strength once again, and he's able to do it under pressure and convert on a huge third down. Here, I like his ability to move inside the pocket and extend the play after the right tackle ends up going down. He's able to escape the pressure, and then he does a good job keeping his eyes down the field. He eventually finds the running back who gets wide open out of the backfield. You know, just a simple play, but it just shows his ability to make plays happen when his wide receivers are not open initially or when his offensive line begins to struggle. Now here the pressure is going to get there off the left hand side, and he's able to recognize this and avoid the pressure, and he ends up fumbling the football off the sack. He has got to do a better job when it comes to ball security, and unfortunately for him, this mistake led to a huge scoop and score touchdown for that Alabama defense, and it just really completely shifted the momentum in their favor in this game. Once again, Joe Milton displays that strong arm on this rep. He is able to make this 20-yard throw from the opposite hash outside the numbers. He makes it look so effortless, and he hits his man right on target to move the sticks. Here we are going to see him bail from the pocket, and he has his man wide open underneath, but the pass is off target as he throws this on the move. Now it does look like his wide receiver was able to come down with the catch, but it made it a lot harder than what it really needed to be for his wideout right here. Here we got Georgia coming with man-to-man coverage, and on this rep, I like Joe Milton's pocket awareness and presence, being able to not panic as his left tackle gets beat. He does a good job just sliding to his left, buying himself enough time, and he does a good job keeping his eyes down the field and is able to fit this pass in a pretty tight window, show some good velocity on the throw, and is able to complete this. Nice stuff. Here we got a pretty impressive throw under pressure. We see the left tackle gets beat off the edge, which allows the defensive end to get a shot on Joe Milton, but he stands in there and he's able to get the throw off, and he's able to hit the wide open man on the sideline. Impressive play. I like how the pressure did not affect him on this throw. Inside the red zone, we got Joe Milton just identifying the blitzing linebacker off the edge. He then knows he has to get this off very quickly. He sees a one-on-one matchup bottom of the screen, and he throws an impressive back shoulder fade in the end zone for a touchdown. Here's another example of Joe Milton just not taking care of the football like he should. It looks like he hits the running back as he's trying to throw this pass. It's just an odd play to analyze, but luckily enough for him, I mean, he was able to recover the football, but the ball security has got to be a lot better on this rep. Once again, another great display of his arm strength. He is able to rip this throw over the middle for about 40 yards, and it's a good accurate throw as well. It's definitely one of the biggest strengths of his game is that deep pass, that deep ball. Man-to-man coverage, bottom of the screen, and Joe Milton is able to hit his guy for a 45-yard touchdown pass. He has plenty of arm strength on this, and he hits his guy right in stride. You see the wide receiver doesn't have to slow down for the catch or anything like that. It's really just a great pitch and catch for Tennessee and Joe Milton. Now I will say, for context, this was essentially in garbage time in the game as they were down big to Florida, but still a nice play that shows off his deep pass once again. Here Joe Milton drops back and he tries to hit his wide receiver across the middle, but he completely misses a safety who is tracking down this throw, and he reads this throw the entire way, and it just leads to an easy interception after he throws this. And if we look back on this, I mean, he also had a receiver open on the opposite side of the football, but he just doesn't see him right here. Big mistake. But once again, another deep throw, and he is able to complete this one. Not gonna lie, watching him throw these deep passes like we saw in this play is very fun and exciting to watch. It just really makes him such an intriguing prospect at the quarterback position. Here he shows he can put a little bit of touch on the football as well when he needs to, as he hits his man on this jump ball in the back of the end zone. I like the throw. He puts in a little bit of touch on it. I would just like to see him make more throws like this on a more consistent basis. And on this rep is going to be another turnover we're going to analyze. And here he's just going to throw this slightly behind his wide receiver, which allows the defensive back a chance to turn his head around and ultimately make a great play on the football and come down with the interception. And I will give him that credit. That was a great play he made. But here you would have liked to see Joe Milton throw this pass a little bit more towards the sideline and just put a little bit more on this throw. And we know he has plenty arm strength to do this, but he just needs to be more consistent on the accuracy on his throws. So overall, Raider Nation, when it comes to Joe Milton III, there is no doubt that he has incredible physical traits as a player. I mean, just his stature alone of him standing at 6'5", being able to move, he's a very athletic player, and most notably, he has an absolute cannon for an arm. He is a quarterback that can easily throw the ball 50 yards with a flick of a wrist and make it just look so effortlessly. And overall, I will say his accuracy in his deep throws were pretty good as well. It's not like he was sailing his wide receivers on a consistent basis. So that's definitely something nice. But where I did see him struggle a little bit was on the shorter throws, where sometimes he was just throwing a little bit behind his wide receiver, throwing it to the incorrect shoulder. And overall, I mean, as a player, I like his mobility. He can run the ball, he can put his head down when necessary, and a lot of times when he's moving, he did a good job keeping his eyes down the field. But essentially, when it comes to Joe Milton, I think there's still a lot of question marks to his game. For one, I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot of starter experience. For him being 24 years of age, he's only got a chance to start for one full season in his 5 years in college football. And when he did, he started for a university, for a team that's offense is sort of a gimmicky type of offense in Tennessee. And I really just don't know how well this offense will translate to the next level. You're not going to see a whole lot of what they ran consistently in the NFL. And just watching his tape, I feel like there was just a lot of quick one read type of throws, or him just taking deep shots when he had good one-on-one matchups, and that's where he was able to have so much success. Watching his tape, I really didn't see a whole lot of reps where he had to sit back there and he had to read and dissect an opposing defense and just go through his progressions. I didn't see a whole lot of plays like that, to be honest. Now, I'm not saying that he can't do that or he won't be able to do that, but if I don't see it on tape, I can't be confident that he will do that at the next level, where the coverages are just so much more complex, the speed is much faster, and the windows are much smaller to complete throws. So personally, I do not see Joe Milton as more than like a late round flyer quarterback at this moment. And ultimately, I think he's a quarterback that needs to develop for a couple years. I see him being a day 3 quarterback. Maybe he gets selected in like the 4th or 5th round. Me personally, I would not be very excited if we left this NFL draft with only selecting Joe Milton at the quarterback spot, since I don't think we have 2 to 3 years to be patient on developing a quarterback. Joe Milton is a quarterback with great physical traits and does have a high upside, but there is still a lot of variables that need to go your way to make this happen. And ultimately, I think the Raiders are in a really good position to compete now. So ideally, I want us to select a more developed and refined quarterback in this year's draft. But Raider Nation, that's just my thoughts and opinions on Joe Milton. I definitely want to get your guys' take in the comment section down below. Let me know, do you guys like him as a prospect, and would you like the Las Vegas Raiders to select him later in the draft? Let me know. But with that being said, anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, I will see you guys in the next one.